You don't need an office, a team of 10 employees, or thousands of followers to build a social media marketing agency. You can start with a laptop, a few useful skills, and one client. But here's where most people get it wrong. They hear social media agency and immediately think they need to manage Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, and every other platform for dozens of businesses. Then they realize they're spending hours creating posts, answering messages, making graphics, editing videos, writing captions, and trying to keep up with 5 different clients. That's not a business. That's a job you created for yourself. A one-person agency works differently. The goal isn't to do everything. It's to build a simple system around a specific service, a specific type of client, and a repeatable process that allows you to deliver results without becoming overwhelmed. And with the tools available today, one person can handle work that previously required an entire small team. In this video, I'll show you how to build a one-person social media marketing agency from scratch, find your first clients, structure your services, charge properly, create content efficiently, and eventually turn those clients into recurring monthly revenue. The first thing you need to do is decide exactly what your agency will offer. One of the biggest mistakes new agency owners make is trying to provide every social media service imaginable. The problem is that trying to do everything makes it difficult to become really good at anything, and it also makes your offer difficult for potential clients to understand. Instead, start with one core service. You could focus on social media content management, short-form video content, Instagram management, or content repurposing. After choosing your service, decide who you want to serve. This is one of the most important decisions in your agency because your target client determines your messaging, your content strategy, your outreach, and eventually your pricing. Instead of saying you help all businesses, choose a particular type of business. You could work with real estate agents, coaches, restaurants, professional firms, or much more. For example, if you choose real estate agents, you can learn exactly what type of content they need. They might need property videos, educational posts, local market content, client testimonials, short-form videos, and personal brand content. Once you understand their needs, creating your offer becomes much easier. Now turn your skills into a specific offer. Don't simply tell potential clients, I manage social media. Explain what that actually means. For example, your monthly package might include 12 social media posts, 8 short-form videos, and a monthly performance report. The exact numbers aren't important. What matters is that the client can clearly understand what they're paying for. You can also create different packages. A basic package might focus on content creation. A higher package could include content creation, scheduling, strategy, and analytics. Another package could include short-form video production and content repurposing. Packages make your business easier to manage because you aren't reinventing your service for every customer. You don't need 10 clients before you can start selling your service. If you're new, create sample work. Choose a business in your target niche and create a few pieces of content for them as a demonstration. You could create an Instagram carousel, a short-form video, a caption, a content calendar, or a sample strategy. If you're targeting restaurants, create sample posts for a restaurant. If you're targeting real estate agents, create sample property content. If you're targeting coaches, create educational posts and short videos around their expertise. The point is to show potential clients what their social media could look like if they worked with you. A one-person agency becomes difficult to manage when every client requires a completely different process. You need a repeatable workflow. Start with client onboarding. Once someone signs up, collect their brand information, target audience, goals, existing social media accounts, brand guidelines, offers, competitors, and content preferences. Then create a content strategy. Research topics relevant to their audience and organize them into content categories. After that, move into production, create the graphics, write the captions, edit the videos, review everything, and send it to the client for approval if necessary. Once the content is approved, schedule and publish it. AI can be particularly useful for a one-person agency because it can help reduce the amount of repetitive work you have to perform. For example, you can use AI to brainstorm content ideas based on a client's niche, generate caption drafts, and create content outlines. You can also use AI to help research competitors, identify potential content gaps, and generate different versions of hooks or headlines. But AI should assist your work rather than replace your judgment. If you simply generate generic posts and send them to every client, the quality will quickly become obvious. Your job is to take the AI-generated starting point and make it specific to the client's brand, audience, tone, and goals. The same applies to visual content and video. AI-assisted tools can speed up parts of the creative process, but you still need to understand what makes content engaging. The real advantage comes from combining your marketing knowledge with technology. Instead of spending an hour brainstorming 20 content ideas, you might be able to generate a starting list in minutes and spend your time improving the strongest ideas. That difference becomes significant when you're managing several clients. Once your offer and portfolio are ready, you need to start finding clients. You can use freelance marketplaces, social media, networking, referrals, and direct outreach. Direct outreach can be particularly effective when you're starting because you don't need a large audience. Find businesses that fit your target market and study their current social media presence. Look for something specific you could improve. Maybe their posting is inconsistent. Maybe they're not using short-form video. Maybe their captions don't have strong calls to action. Maybe they're posting products but not creating educational or trust-building content. Then reach out with something useful. Don't send a generic message saying, "I am a social media manager and would like to work with you." Instead, explain what you noticed and how you could help. You could even create a quick sample post or short video for a potential client to demonstrate what you're capable of. The goal is to make the conversation about their business rather than your need for a client. You don't need hundreds of prospects to get started. You need a consistent outreach process and enough conversations to find the businesses that are a good fit. Building a one-person social media marketing agency doesn't require a huge team. It requires a clear service, a specific target market, a strong offer, a repeatable workflow, and the ability to consistently deliver value. Start by choosing one service and one type of client. Create a few strong portfolio examples and turn your skill into a clear monthly offer. Then start reaching out to businesses that could genuinely benefit from your service. Once you get clients, build a system for onboarding, content creation, approval, publishing, and reporting. Use AI and other tools to reduce repetitive work, but keep your strategy and quality control at the center of the business. Then focus on retaining your clients. The goal isn't to constantly chase new customers. It's to build relationships where clients continue paying you every month because your service makes their business easier to market. And as your client list grows, document your processes and delegate repetitive tasks so that your agency can grow without requiring you to personally perform every single task. You don't need to build a giant agency to create a profitable business. You can start with one person, one service, and one client. Then build from there. If you found this video useful, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more practical